Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classics slash Non-Classics. This is episode number 907, and Doubleshot number 801. Yep, I got two trades from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. First up, we have the IDW Turtle series with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Volume 20, The Kingdom of Rats. Yes, collecting issues 81 to 85 of the IDW run of TMNT. Written by Kevin Eastman and Tom Waltz and Bobby Carter. Yep, there are about 3 writers in here. Artwork in here for the first 4 issues in here, for the first 4 chapters of this arc in here. It's done by Dave Walter. The final one is done by Bram Rell, and the prelude is done by Pablo Tedisa. Yeah, this features, it deals with the aftermath of the invasion of the Triceratons, and of course, Baxter talks about becoming a celebrity because, well, he sent them away. He does eventually tell Agent Bishop, due to being under duress, exactly where the Triceratons are, which they're at Barlow Island. Of course, the story ended with the Earth Protection Force going to Barlow Island. As for the whole thing with this guy here on the cover, yeah, that's the Rat King. That's what he looks like in this continuity. Yeah, and apparently he's one of these immortal beings, one of 8, and the Turtles account to the Toad guy again. Yeah, and he asks them for access to his siblings, but they only want this one because they want to stop him from whatever the heck he's doing. And what is he doing? Brainwashing children to do something. But they do eventually stop him, and Turtle's like, okay, the orphanage that they were part of was destroyed, so we gotta do something with these kids. So, what do? Give it to the Foot Clan! Though, look how this is not the Foot Clan under the Shredder. Oh no, Shredder's been dead since issue 50. This is the Foot Clan under the leadership of Master Splinter. Yep. And Jenka. And, of course, we also have something with Casey Jones and his father, which they're apparently on good terms with each other, despite the fact his father, Hun, was once a drunk and abusive toward Casey Jones. Lucky that they reconciled, they're on good terms, and Casey Jones, he's happy the fact he's helping out with the Harbor Protectors, but he's not the boss, which I think even Hun realizes that he's not the boss anymore because of this new generation, so whatever, so they get a brief scuffle with the group of low-level thugs, and Janka helps him out. And there's hints in here that Janka might be in love with Casey Jones. There are hints of that, of this whole thing. And when they see each other later on with the kids, yeah, it's the start of a possible romance between the two. Even though that his most common love interest over the years for Casey Jones has been April O'Neil. April herself has basically had developed no interest in Casey. But what I can tell, they have broken up. Yeah, because I read some earlier prior to this. Yeah, they broke up because apparently he had dinner with her parents and it went badly. And he was very controlling, so they kind of broke up, even though they've been dating since pretty much the start of the series. Yep. Of course, they mentioned that Casey's maybe naive, but he's not stupid. Yeah. But this is actually pretty fun of a storyline, and it sets up for the next thing. Next storyline involving, well, possibly Earth Protection Force with Triceratons on the Barlow Island. Though we're getting very close to the 100th issue of this series, which I think will come out this year. I think so. I'm going to get this book roughly a 9.5 out of 10. It's really good. Fun stuff there. It just seems like, though, with these 5 issues, we have about 3 or 4 different... Oh, yeah, and also... Excuse me. And then one of the issues right after... I think it's the storyline. Where after Baxter Stockman tells their protection force where the Triceratons are, because of the fact he's a celebrity, he decides... Now, there was hints that he possibly... He's running for mayor. He does think of it, and at the end of the storyline, yep, he's running for mayor. Wonder how this is going to turn out. Yep. Though he's not the first fictional character run for mayor in New York City, Marvel Comics done that twice. First with J. Jonah Jameson, and now with the Kingpin. But in IDW and Turtles Universe and backcover from here, that's something different. Also, I also got to appreciate that we have returned the Mousers in here, and we also these Flybots, which is probably a nod to how we looked on the on the two series of the three series he's been on, two of whom he was turning into a fly, and my guess is this is probably a nod to that. Of course, in the 1987 series, Baxter Stockman was white. Yeah, looking up the 2003 series, made him black again. And of course, in the 2012 series, he's still black. Though, at least they established the fact he has nothing to do with the Shredder at all, unlike in 2003, which they have a connection to the Shredder. Alright. Next up it is TMNT Adventures, volume number 16, and this collects issues 67 to 72. Yeah, this kind of ends the Archie ongoing the Avengers series from Archie. Yeah. Mostly put, it has a few different storylines in here. We have Moon Eyes, which takes up 4 issues. Yeah. It's basically the character Moon Eyes who gets separated from the Turtles and she ends up in a different area and she falls in love with a bear, and there was something that she and Raphael had a romance, they make out, and let's see with them. There's also partial backstory what the Turtles were up to prior to meeting April O'Neil, like meeting up with an old friend Hamato-Yoshi. Yeah, I should point out though, in this continuity, Hamato-Yoshi is in fact Splinter. Yeah, he was transformed into Splinter via the ooze. Yes, despite the fact that in the original comic book, Hamato-Yoshi and Splinter were two separate people. The only two continuities that actually have this particular thing where Hamato-Yoshi would become Splinter is this continuity and the 2012 series. There's only two I can think of that actually has that. Yeah. The rest of them don't. Yeah. Though, there is one thing in particular I don't care for these particular trades. They don't list off who the writer of these issues are. I don't know why. That's one thing I don't care about these trades. Is that they don't list off who the writer is. Yeah. So you have to basically look at the regular issues. And the writing here is done by J.D. Valbin. And the artwork is done by Chris Allen. Yeah. Not much to talk about when it comes to these issues, but it's a good series. But the only reason I read it is because it's the Turtles. That's the only reason I read it. Yeah, this is by far also the only comic I've read that's published by Archie. And those think that have I read Archie Meets the Punisher? Yes, that was a one-shot, but this is the only series from Archie I have read. It's okay. I'm gonna give this book roughly a. I want to be nice, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's got good artwork, though, but it's just not my cup of tea. But the only reason I read it is because Turtles. Yeah. Also, this is really cool scene of Shredder without his helmet on. And, of course, Bebop Rocksteady. Him, of course, watching TV. But it's really nice to see him. That was the thing about Hamato-Yoshi. If you watch the Turtles series, like the seasons I watched the first 7 seasons of the show, and I got to the European side season, but I never finished it. One thing I noticed about Shredder, he never took his helmet off the entire time. You see him when he removed his face mask, but you never see him without the helmet on. Which I'm thinking, that's a bit unusual. Looking up the 2003 series did show Shredder without his helmet on, but what about the 2012 series? Did that show without his helmet on? Yes, it did. It certainly did, especially in flashbacks. Okay? So, that's particularly it for this particular episode. Stay tuned for the next episode. I'm going to do next, which I'm going to do it on 2 Marvel trades. Yep. But you'll find them what they are in the next episode, okay? But do see you there. Bye.